And yeah, now this should be fine. Okay, the first turnabout. Yes. This is one of the best games ever, by the way. I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this. Someone like him. Dude, no! What have I done? I'll make it look like he did it. Defendant lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Ooh. Oh, hiya, Chief. Ooh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. She is. And she was even hotter on the Nintendo DS with the 4 pixels that made her. No. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! This was my surprised impression. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in the world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you're gonna tell me who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. She needs purple hair? What about blue or green hair? My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Damn, it looks so good. I remember this game when I played it on Nintendo DS, and damn, it was very different. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault, he's just a terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And that I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3, 10 AM. District Court, courtroom number 2. Oh damn, HD! Court is now in session. Oh, is this the freaking sunshine cutscene, guys? Court is now in session. As you are no doubt aware, someone has been sensibly spacing Fair Isle Delfino using some paint-like substance. The accused is charged of polluting a beautiful home, and yes, endangering a very well life. Indeed! How can one not be aware of what is going on? When it's daytime, I need to stop. For the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready. You can't spray water if your tank is empty, exactly. You have to remember this, it's important. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I am a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant? It's me, Phoenix Wright. The defendant is me, right? Right. Have you completely lost your mind? No, I'm dumb! You're his lawyer! Oh yeah, right? This is no laughing matter. You did pass the bar, didn't you? Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer. I'll ask once more. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. I thought he was the accused person. Larry Butt. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butt, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Do we know? I know this one. Glad I read the case report over. Oh, I know how we're gonna do it. I need to press R. It's wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? Sure? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily. Okay. Cindy. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Cindy Stone, the victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Okay. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court report. Just press the R button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Who is the victim in this case? Mia is growing on you? See, she's hot. Look at the tits, I mean, her eyes. Yeah, she has very nice eyes. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of her death? She died because she was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You have answered all my questions. I see no reasons why you shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what was that object? What that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R button to refill press the R button to shoot water. If you guys want, I can work on them again. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help in your client's case. You'll get a chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem! Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, what it, buddy? We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What is it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. He had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see that what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I wait and see what happens, or should stop him before he answers? Awesome. My client has no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case. Oof! Dude, Nick! What do you mean, irrelevant? That shitting she-dog. I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I met... Whoa. Was too... Okay, it was too quick for me. I can't read that fast. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, didn't you? Well, did you or did you not? Heh, well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I'm gonna get him to answer honestly. I know, I sent him a signal. Tell the truth. Hell, yeah, I was there, I went. Is Mia in France or in America? Sounds like something I would say. The I went, maybe I didn't. Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so I didn't see her. Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? Great expression, Judge. The prosecution would like to call the witness who can prove that Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor! This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspaper at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sohit to the stand. Oh, who's that guy? Mr. Sohit, you send newspaper subscriptions, correct? Oh yes, newspaper, yes. Mr. Sohit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. Bangers, dude. Bangers. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead, and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to an RV park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to be working during blackouts? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sohit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity to Mrs. Stone building was out from noon to 6 p.m. the day of the crime. Interesting. Mr. Wright? Yes! Yes, Your Honor! You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why? You expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is it your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be contradiction there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness face and on my body. Okay. Open the court record with the R button, then point out contradiction in the testimony. Cross-examination. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Okay, I can't really accuse him for that. This is too... yeah. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. I don't think I can do anything here either. Wait, how do I go to people? I can't. No! This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor! How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't? Are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Nice, I suck. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Hold it! What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same things. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone who would look inside. Why did pain cut him so quickly? Cut him off so quickly. So you looked into the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving. Dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. I mean, I would like to get to see the... Oh yeah, there. Time of death. You see? She died between 4 and 5 p.m., okay? Okay. Found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. You know what, dude? You're a freaking liar. Take this. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m.? You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. He's so dumb, dude. What a dumbass. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes that the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was nobody to, no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. Oh, This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time! After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sohit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a very good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do, point out contradictions. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now! Would you care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program? Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Okay, let's find the contradiction there. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. What do I have? Oh! There was the blackout. So before 6 p.m. there was no TV. I think this is where I need to present it though. Objection! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sohit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sohit? The court would prefer to hear the inaccurate testimony from the very beginning. The constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sohit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. What? Okay, you saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time. Okay, let's understand this. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon, the cleaner use it. No, that's not the case. Asshole. There is no clock on this. Is there? Heck. Wait just a moment! The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just you, who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sohit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue, my apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness' testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with the testimony now? Yes, heck yeah, how did he pull the thing without entering the room? There is a gaping hole in the witness' testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. Whoa, that's bold. That's bold. You struck her with the clock and the stroke of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Yeah, that's pretty bold, honestly. Because if she died between 4 and 5, then the sound from the clock should be between 4 and 5, not 1 PM, but why not? Under the cart! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sohit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon just spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjectures. Baseless? Just look at the witness' face. That was my best impression of this words on the screen, guys. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard no. I mean, I saw. Ah! Oh. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him! He killed her and he should burn! Burn! Give him death! Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is reading. On this, I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound of Mr. Sohit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear. Try sounding the clock. Yeah, that's what we need to do to see that there are 3 hours difference. And then, boom, done. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That's certainly a strange way to announce the time. Well, it's the thinker after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time is it now? It's 11:25. Fuck! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sohit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sohit, Try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proved nothing. How do you know that it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sohit. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are slime! I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. The batteries? Not so fast, Mr. Sohit! Do you think it's the batteries? Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was not slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. I assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have a proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? She arrived one day before. Was not working? No, the batteries must be working because since she died on the July 31st, and today I don't remember the date of this trial, but basically the batteries are the same. So she came back the day before. The electricity was out, but nah. Dude, I don't know. No! How am I supposed to know that? I know you can figure it out. There must be some evidence in the court record. No, I just checked! Something that can show why the clock was 3 hours slow. Find it and we won't have food to stand on. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Do you have an evidence to prove this? This is it. All or nothing. Yes, Your Honor. Dude, no! I don't know! I believe I have the evidence I can prove a claim. I'd like to see that. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. It's heavy. Excuse me, this proves your claim? How? I can't see why that... what? With the clock? That wasn't it? One more chance. Just give me one more chance. Alright, Mr. Wright, but this time is not on your side. Be quick about it. Oh, she came back? Oh! Wait. She came back from Paris, so if she bought... Oh, whoa, it's that! I don't know in what country she... No! Maybe the country she lives in has a 3-hour difference with Paris. No! Oh! The victim had just returned from abroad the day of the murder. As we know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Just like you. When it's 4 PM here, it's 1 AM the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. Yes! Okay. Time difference. Yeah, you said it right, Nightmare, earlier? The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Though if you buy a clock here in France, it would be speaking French, not English, but hey, why Proof enough to you, Mr. Sahit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh. Gross. Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but the court found the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yeah! Party in the court, guys. And with that, this court is adjourned. Court adjourned. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sohit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sohit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Why not? Phew! I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Wait guys, I'm gonna do something for you, so you can see through the text box. Congratulations! Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fight your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've been seen in a trial and on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the chief looking this happy. I think she's glad. Imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait. No, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. This case is closed. But my Cindy Windy is gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. You can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing with me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, okay? Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh yeah? What the heck is she talking about? I mean, yeah, sure. She still got it, and she took it with her on the flight, but since she was seeing other men... Meh, nah. Yeah, the clock, definitely, but... Like, can we agree that it's not enough? Like, it's rather heavy and she took it on the flight in France with her for seeing sugar daddies and other men, so what? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh, what about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it what you will. Yeah, now I need to make sure that he's sad. She's dead. She's dead. Like, if he was feeling okay about it, like, meh. Now I'm sure he's... Oh, maybe she wasn't in love with me still. Hey Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime, maybe over drinks. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee Nick, it's good to have friends, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me." Oh, I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end.
Purple Moose, also known as Grazer's Mower. I love you. Nightmare, also known as James. I love you too. Why you ate my cookie, also known as Steve from Minecraft. I love you. Muakibat, also known as Hurt. I love you too.